I made myself a promise that I was going to do a video a day for a week, not planning anything that I was going to talk about, and just merely getting in front of the camera and allowing whatever is meant to come out and up from me to be put out here. So I haven't planned anything. But what has been coming up now for me today is about living life in the spaces as opposed to living life in that linear projection of a beginning and an end, like a destination. But living my life with the freedom and the allowance and the space to not forget to live life in the spaces between all of the things that we accomplish and shoot for every single day, our goals that we want to accomplish. Like, what does life look like to live it in the spaces? And I've been feeling that so much lately, because in the last couple months from 401 Brant Street, my business, or our business with my daughter, for those of you that know that it's a mother-daughter team that own Kelly's Bake Shop. And we were given the orders from the landlord on March the 3rd to shut down in 60 days. And they wanted the location to tear down because they were ready to build their condo development. So, for that 60-day period, when we shut the doors for the final time on May the 4th, it was one of the hardest times in my life. The grief that was running through me was so vast and so big. And when I tried to explain it to anybody, I said it was equivalent to the pain that I had go through me when my father dropped dead in 1995. And that feeling of that grief, of the sudden loss, and like all the stories I was telling myself about what the business meant to me, what it represented, besides obviously financial and keeping a roof over my head. But, what did it mean to me from, the connections with the customers and our staff, and what's it going to look like? And anyways, and I never really expected it to happen. And so anyways, when it did, and knowing that I'm really trying to create this practice of surrendering and allowing and really trusting the process, trusting life unfolding. And for that aspect of it alone, it has been one of my greatest teachers to date, for something so big and so wildly, really big to the world too, with all the staff we had and our, social media reach and everything that we do out there. It still is a very big business to reckon with, and for it to be gone, this location, in 60 days was like the Titanic having to all of a sudden turn right and go a different direction. And it's such a big thing to move. It wasn't just like a little mom and pop shop to just shut down and, okay, let's just go find another location. It's been a wild time to go find another location. Anyways, besides all that, I'm finding myself now to be in this state of living in the in-between, and allowing myself to experience life with that freedom of what does it look like in the in-between, this freedom to listen to my heart and feel the things that are coming up in me, that like I see myself really wanting to help others through this evolutionary time, this purely chaotic time, through this time of energies and frequencies in our evolution as the earth goes through her own transition. We are experiencing such a wild time, and all the beliefs that I had about my life from before really don't make any sense any longer. And that's what I'm grappling with so much. So is that who I thought I was and what I thought I was, like what brought me the joy, what brought me, made my heart swell up. It's not there any longer. And sometimes I'm freaking myself out because I'm able to see and feel and understand with this greater level of self-awareness that I'm not even connected with my old life. I'm just, it's just not relatable any longer. And that's why I think too that the business, the Kelly's Bake Shop in Burlington, had to close down because it was a refreshing that was required to move it and to move me and to move Erin, my partner, my daughter, into a whole new realm. A whole new realm of living and looking at life. Things get removed from our life with plans. It's not just a random thing when, people break up with us or people pass away or, things happen, big things happen. And, like it doesn't just happen as a mere happening. I'm hoping I'm making sense about this because this is just coming through me. Things happen because they're orchestrated, they're created that way, and it is our inner world, our inner perception of the world that is creating our outside world. And if we don't like our outside world, it's up to us then to break pattern, to change, to expand, to evolve, to surrender, and become the person that we need to be so that our outside world will reflect that. We are our greatest asset or our greatest, really, liability. So anyways, this is what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing this on such a big scale that my life has become something that is just this beautiful dance every day. And it's like I'm really not knowing who I am. And I kind of love it because I'm just open and I'm just expanding and I'm going, okay, so that sounds really good. That is what I want to do today. Or this is what I want to listen to, or this is what I want to write, or this is what I want to try out. And I've been experimenting with things from like recipes or the garden or ideas for new businesses and all the things that I really want to accomplish still, or at least know that these are the steps that I have to take to become, I guess, more fulfilled inside. There's a soul burning aspect towards me right now. And what I feel too is that there's a little bit of, I'm going to say grief, but it is. There's some grief that is dwelling in me that when I ponder about my old life and the people that were in it, there's a part of me that is sad. And I don't know if it's like the sad of, like, I think that that's an egoic term. So the sadness is because those people are gone and I have such great memories of them. But is that really true? Should I really be sad over it? Or should I actually shift gears completely and celebrate having the opportunity to have experienced what I experienced? I wore this t-shirt tonight because I think it means a lot. Because I think we're all canceling ourselves. We're canceling aspects of ourselves. We're just, cutting it, done, boom, doesn't serve me any longer. Boundaries, done, yeah, that doesn't work any longer. Okay, shift, grow, move, on to the next. And the stuff that I'm seeing on social media, on in particular Instagram, is really kind of freaking me out. Because in slow motion now, like really in real time, I am seeing the transition of my life over the last 5 years. But now in the last 6 months, or even last 3 months, rapid fire changing. Thinking too, like I was connected to certain people. I was connected to certain groups, if you want to even call it. And or certain communities, it's probably better, certain communities. And I'm freaking myself out because I'm actually not. I'm not even aligned with those values. I'm actually freaking out because I thought we were aligned, but we're not. And so I'm going, okay, my life just became even smaller. My friend group or my community group has become even smaller than what I thought it was. And it's actually remarkable to see this happen. And again, because again, these videos are as much for me as they are for you guys, if you care to even listen. But I'm able to purge things, and what I love about it is that it allows me to look and go, okay, does that make sense to me? Yeah, great. Okay, so the more I talk about it, the more I get to learn from it for myself. That I don't even know if any of this really matters, because it's been me now looking at the outside world and communities or like-minded people that I thought that I was aligned with, that I no longer am. Again, that's something from outside of me that my avatar, my human bodiness, felt comfortable to be a part of. It gave me strength. It gave me like, oh yeah, we're in that same community together. But we're not. And it's been weird for me because I live relatively speaking, a very more isolated life. Really keep to myself with a very, very small, not even a handful of friends, right? And my family. And it's been actually really fascinating now to see that my world, my apparent world, and what is that? But the community is just so much smaller. And this has been really weird for me. Because like, honestly, I really thought that I was so aligned with this. But as the layers come off, and the layers come off in this world, and the layers come off, the things that are being revealed to us, and all the things being revealed to us are like global things being revealed to us, to our personal friends and people in communities are being revealed to us. Like, all the levels are being revealed to us. But it's giving us an opportunity to go inward. And it gives us an opportunity, like I'm doing right now, going, yeah, okay, so out of fear, I could pretend to be somebody else. Because out of fear, I might feel like I need to be part of a community still, because I'm afraid of being alone. Because I need to feel like I'm connected to something. Or the path that I'm taking is great. Okay, so not aligned with these particular people or this particular part of a community any longer. So bring it on. Because the only thing that's real is our souls that are being housed in our human bodies, and that is the only thing that's real for me, is my existence. And the only thing that's real for you guys would be your existence, your soul. You're listening to this right now, and you're going to take bits of it. You're going to throw out parts of it. You might think this is good, but this could be bad, or whatever. But this is for you to assess and evaluate for yourself, and you move on in your own individual journey. And this is an individual journey. Yet the recognition is that we are all connected. We are all moving through this evolutionary time, and the frequencies rising and the frequencies changing. But whatever level of frequency I'm hovering at, man, is going to be what I'm bringing into my life. And if I'm choosing to stay in a lower state or not aligned to my heart and my truth, and that's a karmic decision for me. Anyways, I wanted to offer this to you guys because I see how I am sort of grieving my old life. And as much as, I could talk about my, past relationships or past friends or past things, that I could be grieving. Like, what I'm finding now is that I'm grieving my life on a daily basis. It has sped up so much. It's incredible how every single day there's a collective consciousness, the collective energy change, shift, grow, move. Like, something I found so remarkable, and I'm just going to end this shortly in a minute, is being a witness to the Charlie Kirk assassination, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not even going to enter into that arena and make any kind of comments on that. But what I will say is that my jaw dropped to the ground when I saw the world rise and shift altogether. And I went, what the hell just happened? It was like wild. And anyway, so that to me is what I'm seeing, these massive events take place and trigger a tsunami of changes. And sometimes it's just very hard to keep up. So that's why I'm choosing to live in the spaces, the pauses, the silence, the isolation, the moments that are mine to create and grow from. And that's it. I think that's it. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this, and feel free to leave comments again and let me know how you are creating space for yourself to allow the creativity to flow, to allow the real soul, not the outside influences, not the outside narratives and the television programming that is showing us how it wants us to live. How are you really living? So, anyways, I love you guys, and we'll talk soon.